Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's Kids Spot. So, have you ever felt like everything was just too much, that life was getting too hard, that you were unsure about how things were going to work out, that you can't seem to be getting ahead? I want to tell a story this morning about a man in the Bible who probably felt the similar sort of things. You find the story in Acts 3. So this man, he was born lame, which means he was born unable to walk. But every day, people would take him from his place where he slept. They would take him and put him in front of the temple gate every single day. And that's where he would just lay there and beg and ask people to help. And this temple gate was actually called the Beautiful Gate. So every day, day after day, he would beg. But then he saw two of Jesus' apostles enter, and he asked, and that was Peter and John, and he asked them for some money. But Peter and John, they didn't have any money. But what they have is something better. So I'm going to use this ping pong ball to represent our lame man. So not very happy, life has not been good for him, and he feels like he's stuck in this glass. He's stuck in this glass. He can't get out by himself. And every day, probably his lameness and the fact that he has to beg people for money just kind of piles on top. And he doesn't see a way out. It seems almost impossible. So he was probably pretty disappointed when Peter said they didn't have any money to give him. And very confused when he said, well, but what I do have to give you is what I have in the name of Jesus Christ. And this is what happened. As Peter helped him to get up and walk, we're representing this liquid as Jesus Christ. Just a little bit. Rose him to the top. And he is able to be out of his situation. Peter took the lame man by the hand and had him stand up, and instantly he was able to stand and walk. And the man instantly began to leaping and praising Jesus with joy because he was now healed. And you can imagine that people that were passing by that had seen this man day after day just sitting lame in the temple were looking on kind of amazed. And Peter said to them, "People of Israel, what is so surprising about this? And why stare at us as though we had made this man walk by our own power or godliness? For it is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of our ancestors who has brought glory to his servant Jesus by doing this." Peter and John, and now the lame man who can now walk again, they knew the power didn't come from them, that it came from Jesus. That through Jesus, Peter was able to give the man this ability to walk again. Through Jesus, miracles can happen and people can be healed. Isn't that pretty amazing? So just imagine and think about, what does that mean for us and our lives today? What can we do through the power of Jesus? What would Jesus have you do in your life, with your friends, with your family, in your schools or in your workplaces? What is Jesus asking you to do with him today? Just think about that for a minute. It's going to be far more than what you imagine right now. So this week, be bold as you step out and share God's love and light to the people around you. Be confident in the fact that he is with you always. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you all next time.